Hello guys, this is Juan Pablo. So today I'm going to show you how to use the portal frame calculator. So the first thing that we do is we click here to add a calculation and we search for our calculator that is going to be here in the analysis section. And we click here in portal frame analysis wizard. So after it loads, here in the right section, we can see the representation of our portal frame. And here we can change the properties of our portal frame to adapt to our necessities. So here we can modify the portal frame geometry. Here we can select the portal frame type that we want. And after we select it, here in this section, we can modify even more the geometry properties of our portal frame. For example, here we can change the bay width to 30, and we will see that change represented here in our diagram. If we go down a little bit, we can also change the support type that each leg has. For example, here in the left leg, we can change it to pinned, and we will see here that change. Now, if we go down here to this section, to member selection, we can change the material of our portal frame, and we can change each of the sections that we have here. So for example, the left leg member, I want it to be this one. And finally, in this table, in member data, we can see the properties of each of our members. For example, we can see the bending stiffness and the axial stiffness. After we finish setting our geometry, we can start putting our loads. So in this section, we can put our distributed loads. For example, I want to put a distributed load on the chords of 60. And here you will see it updated. If we go down, here we can put, if you want to include the self wave of our portal frame. And here we have the option to put point loads to our portal frame. If we go down, here in this section, we can put loads by element number. For example, I want to put a load in the element 4. So I go here to distributed loads, I put element 4, and I want to put a load of 70. And if we go up, we will see it here represented. We can also put point loads, and we can put moment loads to our elements. We can also link loads from other calculators. For example, here I'm going to create a calculator, a beam analysis calculator. If I go back to our portal frame calculator, and if we go down, here we can link the reaction of our beam that we just created. So we click here in this button, and we select the beam. And here we can see the reaction in each of the supports of our beam. So for example, we are going to link the reaction of the end support of our beam. We click here, and we are going to put this reaction in the element 3. And if we go up, for example, if we erase all these loads that we applied before, and if we see here in our diagram, we can see only the loads that we put using the advanced loads by element number. For example, here we can see the distributed load of 70. And here we can see the point load that came from our beam. For example, if we want to change the member, we can put it, for example, in the member 5. We can also, of course, we can change the location of our point load. For example, here we're going to put it at 7 feet. And there you go. So after we put our load, we set our geometry. Here in the summary section, we can see the results of our portal frame. So for example, here we can see the loads and support. We can see the bending moment diagram, shear, axial, extension, displacement, and reaction. If you go down a little bit, we can see the overall results by member type. We can see the moment, the positive moment, the negative moment here of each member. Here we can see the overall maximum displacement by member. Here we can see the support reactions. And if you have doubts about what each symbol means, you can leave your cursor over the symbol and a text will appear. For example, here, I don't know what the symbol means. So if I put my cursor here, I can see that this symbol represents displacement. Now, if I go down here in this section, we can see the individual node and element results. So here we can see the results by each element and member. And here we can see the results by node number. So that will be all. Thank you so much.